So this is the free little libraries around the city and the public spaces are a project of the Friends of the Takoma Park Library, and so I belong to that group. And so a number of years ago, I don't know, 5 years ago maybe, we had the idea, hearing about free little libraries around the world, we decided that that was a great idea for our community, and so we installed the first one at the food co-op up on Carroll Avenue. And then I built, I think maybe 20 so far. I think this is 25 now. And so we've been installing them in public right-of-ways and things like that near bus stops and other public spaces.
I found the call online just through Rhizome's website, and I really thought I'd want to apply for it. I always wanted to be involved with the public arts in Takoma Park. I do a lot of painting, oil painting. Outside of that, I've been a student in several places throughout DC with the Yellow Barn and also the Washington Studio School. But this is my first public arts project, so it was really exciting. Mostly oil, but surprisingly for this, it worked best, and we were fastest with acrylics. So we ended up using that, mostly UV resistant paints. And so it was a bit of a challenge, honestly, switching over to something I wasn't used to as much, but I liked it.
Well, I usually build 3 or 4 or 5 at a time, and I try not to keep track of how long it takes. I don't know, it's a couple of weeks to finally get them to where they're ready. The idea is to try to use recycled materials, and so we actually partnered with Community Forklift over in Edmonston to get materials. So some of them are from new plywood that I purchased, but then a number of materials, including the stuff for the doors, are from Community Forklift over in Edmonston. The doors are plastic, so they don't rot out. The plexiglass is from Community Forklift. So it's mostly plywood and wood, and then of course they're going to be placed on 4x4 posts.
I thought of the idea, so women in literature, it seemed obvious to me, but in terms of picking the authors, I worked with Brendan, the arts coordinator, a lot on who should be on these just 5 boxes that we have, and it was mostly based on the neighborhoods that they were going to be put in and who would respond to the people on the sides of these boxes. And in terms of the colors, we mostly wanted bright colors that would shine in just like throughout the community. I've grown a lot. It's really changed my perspective about how you can affect people in the neighborhood, and even just in a small way as making a drawing, making a painting, and helping people to be curious about the arts in general. I would love to do a similar project again if there's the opportunity. And outside of that, I would love to start working on murals. That would be the future for me.
We're targeting, again, bus stops and public places, hopefully around University and New Hampshire and Carroll Avenue, maybe Flower Avenue. Those are some of the areas that don't have as many libraries as some of the other neighborhoods. Of course, building them is one thing. It's finding stewards for them in the neighborhoods, and keeping them supplied with books. So that's a year-round project. We get books that are left over from book sales around the community, and those are how we stock the libraries.